Ding ding. Sounds like the sounds like a fight is going to start. Let's see. Do we have broadcast? Let's refresh this. I don't know why my camera's... Oh, I know why my camera's not coming up. Yes, because... Let's try that. There we are. It's always something. Every week there's something. And we have broadcast on YouTube. Yay. All right, so welcome to Saturday Night Karaoke. My name is Chuck Tomasi. Let's put that up there real quick. And it didn't come up there real quick. There. Donna was just saying, I should do your title or your controls for you. No, I got this, honey. I got this. Maybe I don't. This is Saturday night. Yes. And we are broadcasting live. There we go. Thank you for joining me from sunny Phoenix, Arizona. You can see I've redecorated the whole place. Took me all week to set up these decorations and find an old flag that we can put up here in the karaoke club. No, not really. But thought it would be fun. Come on. Back to the... I gotta add one thing to that title. There. It's like, go back to the web browsing app, or the Wirecast app. So thank you for joining me. I'm thinking about renaming these or putting a title on some of these episodes. This week was going to be, hey, look, no angry emoji this time. Well, that may not be the case this time. There may be some angry emoji. This is my red. I've got the white. And no, I won't be singing the blues. So we'll go with that. Thank you again for joining me. Let's see anybody chiming in. Be sure to put your comments there on the chat. We'd love to hear from you. And I will get on with the lineup. And we've got Teresa at the end of last week's show snuck in a request, said, hey, do Rick Springfield. I've done everything for you. And I said, well, I haven't heard that in a long, long time. And did a quick rehearsal. After the show was done, the camera was off, and went, you know what? I remember more about that song than I thought I did. I must have listened to it too many times when I was much, much younger in a galaxy far, far away. But there you have it. It worked. So we're going to do that. Hello, Eric. Eric from Phoenix is on. Thank you for joining me. This is a weird confluence now of people from decades through my life and work and family and all kinds of stuff. I was just thinking that one of my old high school teachers joins us on this Saturday Night Karaoke, Ms. Judy Donkers. Thank you very much. And I thought, when you're a teacher and you're educating your students and you're bringing them up and then you see decades later, this is what happens to them. They're singing karaoke out of their house. Oh, the disappointment. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate everything she's done for me, and hope we're having a good time. Merry, happy 4th of July to you as well. Let's get on with our first song and see how we do with this. Hopefully we've got the microphone and the music in balance. Sounds good on this end, but I don't hear exactly what you hear. So let me know. This one-way love affair ain't fair. It ain't no fair to me. It's all give and take, and you just take it. I can't take it, you see. Well, I'm giving it up on love this time. Me and my friends will do just fine. I've done everything for you. You've done nothing for me. I've done everything for you. You've done nothing for me. You said someday I'd get a whole lot of money, I'd be a millionaire. But when that didn't happen overnight, I found out how much you really cared. But all you want is a whole lot of money. All the rest is just diamond honey. I've done everything for you. You've done nothing for me. I've done everything for you. I was doing a little bit of research before the show, and I found out that Rick Springfield is now 70 years old. So if you feel old, so do I. I remember when we were all much, much younger. He also started performing in 1962 when he was like 13 years old. So pretty impressive. And many people thought he got his acting start on General Hospital. He did not. He got his acting debut on The $6 Million Man. He was also on a number of other shows. He just got his breakout on General Hospital, and he recorded Working Class Dog, which had Jesse's Girl on it at the same time, but his producer said, this isn't going to go anywhere. We're just going to do this on a lark. Turns out they were wrong. And we all know what happened. He's still touring. He's still going around. It's amazing what goes on. All right, that was fun. Whew. Going to be a hot one tonight here in Phoenix. I think it's, about 104 or 105 degrees outside, just coming off of the end of the afternoon heat wave. Had some nice time in the pool. Hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July. I know some of you are watching this after the 4th of July, and you have a wonderful long weekend. Maybe you got some time off. Maybe we hope. I personally had Thursday and Friday off, but you know me, I don't really take time off, and I don't really work when I'm supposed to be working, and this is more of a good time to catch up and get ready for the next week, because I've got a lot of work stuff going on in the planning stages, and if you don't get the planning done, then the execution doesn't follow through. So that's kind of where I am, and hope you're in a good place too. Let's go on. Oh, before we go, let's do a little Bee Gees information. Bee Gees, of course, everybody remembers them from Saturday Night Fever. They actually started in the late 50s. Imagine getting started and then not really getting recognized by a lot of people for 20 years. That's crazy. So many people think there were just the 3 Bee Gees in the Bee Gees. Well, most of the time it was Robin, Morris, and Barry Gibb. And of course, their younger brother Andy, who had his own band. But there were actually up to 5 people in that group. So go on Wikipedia. There's some fascinating reading about that. And of course, they're known for their signature style on Saturday Night Fever, with Barry Gibb doing the falsetto stuff. But before that, they had a number of other songs, including this one, which I believe was Morris did this one. So slowing it down a little bit. And I like the intro on this one. Atención, 3, 2, 1. I started a joke which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. why, but I like singing that one. I don't know what it is. All right, it's time to play What's in Daddy's Coffee Cup? I'm not telling, but you can hear there's ice in there. So you guess. I'll tell you if you're right. But it could be something that I just made up on the spot. Could be. Hello, Grandma Dorothy. You could do more of the Bee Gees anytime. Well, thank you. Jesse's Girl, and I love playing that one on guitar. Oh, well, maybe we'll have to get together when we can get together, Eric, for Jesse's Girl. Let's go on to the Kinks, another old band. I was reading up on them before the show. I thought this would be fun. I kind of took a page from George Hrobb, who does a video periodically called 13 Songs with George, and he puts in these factoids and stories about people and places and whatnot. So I thought, we could do a little bit of that. Might be an occasional thing that you don't know about and saved me from telling you about my life. So, yeah, it's hot in Phoenix. Surprise, it's summer. It's July. That's not much news anymore. So the Kinks were actually one of the most influential British bands in the 60s. And when you think of the 60s, you normally think of the Stones and the Beatles. Well, the Kinks were right up there with them. So take that in your hat. I didn't really discover the Kinks until they did Come Dancing in the 80s. And that's right about when they went off the non-popular thing. They did regroup later. So it's Ray Davies and Dave Davies are the two brothers who started this thing in I think it was the late 50s, early 60s, about the same time frame as the Bee Gees, oddly enough. So some fun stuff. Just go read about these people and places that you never really knew about or you thought you knew about and went, wow, there's a whole lot of history and stories going on here. Some of you probably know way more than I do. So let's continue on. I'm glad everybody's getting excited for the end of the show. All righty. So the Kinks. Now I have to hear the Kinks doing this in my head because it's so easy on this song to slip into David Lee Roth mode. So if you hear me doing that, I apologize. This might be some sort of weird hybrid between Van Halen and the Kinks. We'll see. So let's go on. Short song. Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Oh no! Play that air guitar, everybody. Let's finish up. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Forgot to mention that was a request, another request from my sister Suzette. So thank you very much. She likes to dig them out of the 60s and 70s, and I like the challenge. So fire away, people. Good news, everyone. This morning, I actually managed to get the latest version of my karaoke app that you see on the screen right there. I got that into my production instance, which means very soon I will be able to share a URL and you guys can play along at home, start your own parties, do the solo thing, jump into this one if you want, and make requests or give ratings. I don't know, and maybe we can get some feedback on how to make this thing better as we go forward. So look for that soon. Still needs a little bit of TLC on a much smaller user base. So Donna and I are doing some UAT, that's user acceptance testing. And maybe, it'd be fun. By the 1-year anniversary of when I started this, which was July 29th last year, I've been working on this app for a while. It's a complex thing. And it's had some nice technical challenges to which I draw out lessons, videos, content that I can use for work. So it has a very nice benefit on that. Let us go on to The Romantics. Another little fun factoid about this one. This isn't a request by anybody. But The Romantics, they had a couple of hit songs that most people remember. Talking in Your Sleep, which did very well on the charts. But I thought this one was a little more fun to finish with. In fact, I'm probably going to put the hat down and maybe even take the mic out. This one, surprisingly, as I was doing a little more research, this... What I Like About You only made it up to number 49 on the charts in the U.S. I remember it doing much better. At least the people I hung out with thought it was more popular than that. But it did make it up to number 2 in Australia. Not much else on the charts for this one, but I think it's a more fun song to sing along with. And it just kind of gets people involved. So I want to hear you shout out when they go, hey, at least once. Okay, there's a cue on the screen. You can do this. Join me, because this is the fun part. Grandma Dorothy says, like the holiday background. I feel like George S. Patton up here. If Patton did karaoke, it'd probably sound something like this. Did I miss anything else? Nothing on my notes. Okay, remember, we titled this one, No Angry Emoji this week. And we'll finish up with song number 4. Here comes. Hey! That's what I like about you. You hold me tight. That's a good finish on that song. Gets the blood pumping. There ought to be some sort of exercise you could do to that one. Jumping jacks, I guess. It's got a good rhythm to do that kind of thing. Maybe next time they play it on the radio, I'll do a workout in the pool. But until then, it saddens me that we're at the end. Thank you for joining me. Everybody who is out there, please have a safe holiday weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. And we'll put the hat back on for the end. I feel like I should be singing some Sinatra. And now, I'll bet you thought there were going to be some 4th of July songs in this one, didn't you? Well, sorry. I thought about it. And then while we were lounging by the poolside today, we heard Guess Who sing American Woman. I thought, nah, that's about someone leaving. Didn't want to sing that. We did go through a number of them. And I was watching earlier this morning, our friends, the Gundersons from church, were singing some like Grand Old Flag and This Land Is Your Land. And you know, they're musically talented. I mean, piano and harp and all kinds of cool stuff that they play. I don't do instruments at this point, unless you count that phony harmonica that I did on the last song. Until next time, enjoy yourself. Hope you had fun with this. And I will see you again at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday Night Karaoke next Saturday night. So thank you again. Take care. Bye.
Nicole Pesci was live 2 hours ago.